Hi everyone, happy Friday. So, I'm taking a break. Let me show you my view. Da 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 da. Beautiful, 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 beautiful view. Anyway, I want to talk to you about the Code of Lies and specifically how people feel today and how they communicate today out of this feeling. In fact, I have been observing that people want to control their thoughts, control their feelings. They want to control everything and everybody around them so they don't have a bad reaction to a situation. And my point on that, my take on that is that this feeling needs to be completely dissolved, removed as a non-existent reality where people live in doubt and fear of death, fear of sickness, fear of other people's opinions. Oh my gosh, what are they going to say if I write this or I say that? All of that is preempt to this feeling that comes from the Code of Lies. And most importantly, some of you already have a manifestation of pain, manifestation of depression, pain physically and emotionally and mentally. So these are already manifestations that have come about as a result of this Code of Lies because you believe things in your faith that don't exist and are not true. So anyway, I wanted to talk about this and I wanted to explain how to get rid of these feelings as well. I will be sharing mental healing exercises for people to help connect their consciousness and their divine soul. Because let me tell you something, when you have no emotional pain, nobody can hurt you. And when you communicate with your divine soul, there could be no lies. It's only truth. And that truth essentially becomes a reality where there's no distortion because there is never any doubt and there's never any fear of disappearance or conflict. You start to learn and get answers about life from your divine soul in the now. You never have to dig in the past or look into books to find answers. The divine soul can always tell you, hey, this is what you need to do for your happiness. And it could be about anything. So until I see this happening, guys, I'm not gonna be able to tell you that you're right about the shit that you say. Sorry to say that, but I don't see you taking those answers. You pull up people's stories who you have read from and you're like, oh yeah, this has to be true. How do you know it's true? That person had also energy-based fear and emotional pain. You have absolutely no knowledge of that person's inner world and feelings. And it hasn't been until now, 2025, that people are beginning to communicate with their divine soul for real. And everything that has happened before, people just stop digging in it. Look inside of yourself. You don't need evidence. The evidence that the reality of feelings of your love for life doesn't need evidence. If you want to open it up, you can open it up using the law of the psych and the mental healing exercises and free yourself, just like I have. And then guess what? All your physical pain will go away. And all of the hardships that you have on all levels, even material ones. I want to say material. We live in a world where we have to eat and work and things like that and do stuff that we like. That will also resolve itself. And it has for me, and I know it's for other people. And that's why I tell you that the only way is the recipe to communicate with your divine soul. I don't provide a global recipe. I teach people how to have that telepathic communication on an individual level because everybody's different.